And welcome everybody to Nickel City X-Wing. We have got some Aerodome for you. It is the finals of the weekly tournament between Cam, aka Notorious, and Andy, aka Death, which they're rolling for initial initiative, which is just really where you're gonna place your thing. Cam is going to place at the bottom of the boards here. Let's take a look at the pilots. Cam flying Elena, the Martaga blue card, sharpshooter, and Andy flying Van Vertigo, the Star Lancer, in the green gearheads. Andre, you should learn to play. I think you would actually like this. So gearheads are going to try and use auxiliary crates a lot to do their damage, whereas sharpshooters are more about lining up bullseyes and doing damage. We are good to go. So both people are going to lay a card down. It's the 5 versus the 6, which means the 6 will get to go first. I did absolutely wrong. There it is. So on that second one turn, you'll notice a box next to it. That's an auxiliary card. And Andy's going to grab aerial twirlies. We'll let him replace any rotate maneuver with a reactive 3 rotate maneuver. No, I hit new game. I'm stupid. Only thing that changes. It's the 2 versus the 5. Off the board, coming back. Andy will recover 1, get the nitro. So he's going to recover the days on that 6. If you look under the names, you'll see cards that are currently dazed, which means they won't be able to be played until they are recovered. So Cam playing the 5 yet again. Neither really engaging. Van Vertigo gets to look at 2 auxiliary cards and pick one. I accidentally reset the game, so I was fixing that, so I didn't actually see. Sure, let's do some betting. Andy's going to be 1, Cam's going to be 2. And Andy's going to go ahead and take pro missiles. So the Martaga is now up to 3 charges, which different cards will let you do different things. Let's see what card Cam plays. It is a mystery. We may never know. Andy, thinking about what card he wants to lay down. Remember, the higher number will go first. If they have the same number, they'll roll, and the winner gets to choose whether or not they go first or second. All right, here's the cards. It's the 1 versus the 1. They both didn't want to move first, so now they'll roll. That's a 5, pretty good. A 4, so Cam will get to choose. And Cam graciously. Who's going to use his twirly cards and go 2 forward and going to check for a shot. And he's got him. First shots of the night coming up. Thinking about whether or not to use the Pro Missiles. Pro Missiles allow you to roll 3 dice instead of the attack 2 will, and it's going to hit on 4 up. That makes it proficient. Normally, our normal attack is 5 up. But 4 up. Oh, the 1/1/2, that's going to do nothing. All right, so Cam's going to do it. Does have to do 2. Does have to do the turn. It can be a 1 or a 2. It's locked, so he has to do it. Oh, the bump. Unfortunate. Cam will have to do a bump maneuver. So that's going to be an automatic damage on Cam. Two dice. This is proficient, or inefficient rather. Only 6s would done damage there. Nothing. Does the 1 roll? That is going to get a shot. So 2 dice. 5, 6 with Pierce. 3 and 4 cannot deal any combat damage here. So Cam has taken 1, but it's not combat damage, so we're not going to roll for auxiliary crates here. Those 2 load their ship with blanks. Yes, Desi, they did. They didn't want to hurt each other. They felt so strongly. The 9 and the 8. Did 1 damage on that attack to Cam on the 1 die. And since this card is this is going to be a Pro Missile out the back. 4 ups. We'll do 2 more. Cam to 11. Cam only has to do the 4K, and that is all he's going to choose to do. That 9 is days. Does Cam have a days? The 8, yeah. So the 9 and the 8 days. 8, 9. No. Days. Thank you. Now, Andy might choose to play that card. We've seen a bunch from him early with the 2 turns, because that could lead to 2 things. And yeah, it's exactly what we see. They're each going to go for some auxiliaries here. Cam won the roll, chooses to go first. We'll get to pick. It is Pro Missiles. Pro Missiles are really good because it changes your odds from 1/3 to 1/2 on hitting. So 3 dice. This is going to be proficient with Lucky 2. 1 hit so far. Lucky 2 means 2 rerolls and 2 damage. So Andy down to 13. Andy 1 turns. Gonna take a. We'll get to choose. He's choosing the freeze ray. His pilot has a combo with the freeze ray that's real deadly. It's called Freezer Burn. Gonna take 2 more auxiliary cards. Could Goo Patch it or Angel Glide. It might be a little early to Goo Patch, but you never know. He's going to take, yeah, he's going to take. That's why we're going to leave it. They rolled 4 boxes. That's not coming up. This game is doing their 2nd release in a week on GameFound. Check it out. Gonna expand the pilots. New battle cards. New pilots. New fun. The 4 versus the 3. So he's going to spend the Nitro tokens. But the Nitro token allows him to do any 3-speed maneuver instead of a shot. Three turn? That's pretty far. Could 1 rotate here? Maybe give you a better angle. Well, you have to 2 rotate, so I guess it wouldn't be that great of an angle. It's gonna skip the rotate because it's not locked, doesn't have to. Gonna do the 2 barrel roll. Beautiful. 3 with Scorch 2. This is called Freezer Burn. it can be deadly. Gets a lucky one reroll on this. Ooh, nothing. There it is. Okay, so that's 1 frozen token, 2 burn. And there it is, 2 more damage. So the frozen reduces the battle card initiative, and the scorch at the end of his action phase will have to roll. Cam recovers 2, gonna get the 8 back. And gonna recover 1 burn. Nope. I see space, yeah. It's clear. Gonna throw missile for 1. So Andy took 2 there. And now Cam rolls 3 on a 5 up. Takes damage. Takes 2. Huge. That will clear all the burn. But that was an effective freezer burn there from Van Vertigo. If anyone's looking to learn this game, hit me up sometime. It's very easy to learn. So the frozen token is actually going to put Cam's 9 down to 7. Three, and gonna recycle his item. Gets to reveal 2. Oh, it's the freeze rays back. Oh, if you're Cam, you hate to see that. Cam rotates 2, way out of shots. The 6 and the 9 are still dazed for Cam. Let me check the days here. Yep, the 6, 8, and 9. So keeping track of your opponent's daze cards are important. Now Cam knows the highest card Andy can play is a 7. But with 2 frozen tokens, those aren't going to clear until Cam recovers them or his initiative ends up being below 1. This is a 2-dice shot with a rend. Boom. 2 damage, and he got the freeze ray off. Oh, he has the 4 Immelman, which means he's got 4 corners off, and he takes a damage for that punished. Every corner you end up with off at the end of your action phase, you gotta roll a die, and on 5 ups, you take a damage. mean, listen, not to feel bad, but I have a very particular framing, so if we could keep it on the board, gents. New turn. One in the one. And that is actually going to use the freezer burn there, the freeze ray, the frozen tokens, rather, are going to send Cam down to 0, which means that Andy can go first, but it's also going to clear the frozen tokens. Oh, that sucked. That sucks. I've done that so much at Trades. You ever been attached to IV and then you need to call the nurse because, like, you have to go to the bathroom? That's the worst, is being like, hello, nurse. I have to use the bathroom. Can you please unhook me from this contraption? I'm going to use Angel Glide here to replace that straight with the 4 Immelman, which is like a K turn for you X-Wing folk. Not going to end up with a shot. Did probably recover something. Recovered everything but the 9. So camera will recover the 8. They're kind of avoiding each other. Not trying to give up position. This is a best 2 out of 3 series. Figure out who's going to win. The Aerodome tournament. Weekly tournament, I should say. Who dares mention me? Desi dares mention me. The 6 versus the 8. The 8 will go first. One turn for Immelman. Now, does the 2 1 turns catch him? One, and the 1, I think is going to get him. But first, he gets 2 cards. If one's a Pro Missile, Glitch Feed, or Fuzzy Dice. Glitch Feed doesn't include an extra shot, so people like to keep that. Fuzzy Dice allows re-rolls. It's going to take Fuzzy Dice. The shooting happen before they move or after. So if you look at the card, you'll see the like an icon with like a fire on it. There is 1 damage there. That's when shooting happens. You follow your card from top to bottom. If it's locked, you have to do it. If it's black, you can do up to that number. So if you look at Cam's card, that 4 Immelman locked, has to. Could have 1 turned. Had a 2-shot, but unfortunately didn't have anything. And it's the 8 versus the 4. Other way. All right, 2 dice here for Andy. That's 1. Gonna take the 1. Cam down to 4. Here's also the thing. There's no retaliation. Once you hit 0, you hit 0. Ooh, okay. Got the item. Oh, but neither of them are pro missiles. Is looking for anything. Is now when he uses the goo patch. Goo patch would allow you to heal 1. Goo patch also, you can remove it from the game. Yep, so he's going to heal 1 and roll for some recover. That is a D3, so that's 3 recover, and he'll get all of his cards back. Gets to shoot for 2 more. And the shot. 2 damage. Cam down to 2. Cam's gonna take the damage and shoot. Auto bumping is built into the thing. For some reason, I just cannot get it to work. Spend 2 charges for his lucky 2-shot. 5 and 6s will hit because it's inefficient, proficient. So it cancels each other out. Andy takes 2. It's down to 8, so it's 8-1. He just needs to put 1 into Cam. So the 5 be the 1. Three dice, 6 only will do damage here. And there's a 6. And game 1 is going to go to Andy. They're going to set up for game 2. This is a best of 3 final, since these games are a bit shorter. 1 for Andy, 2 for Cam. Yep, all good. Keep going. See the cards now. 6v the 5. We saw this last time. And he's got pro missiles. And I'm betting this is going to be the recover roll to get a nitro. We've seen this happen. There it is. 2v5. Extremely predictable. And he recovers the 6. There's the 6 and the 8. Take the freeze ray over probe missiles. You can only have one armament at a time. And we'll get Angel Glide. Both those cards will end up dazed. Taking a burn to rotate. And try the one and measure. Nothing. Does have to roll for one burn. Never punished. Think of burn as having a console fire. Alright, this is going to be 3 dice. Cam. Boom. 1 damage. I wish someone could drop an electro proton bomb. The only thing that would make this game better. The EPT. We go the 9 versus the 8. Other way around. Greg, come on. Alright, so freeze ray first. P1 looking for 5 up. Got him. 1 damage, 1 frozen. Ooh, doesn't hit. And 2 damage, 2 frozen tokens. Oh, it clears. Barely, but it clears. Goes for the burn and takes it. 13-13. Tie ball game. Bombs would be cool, but I don't know how well it would work. It kind of like limited space. I don't know. I don't know what's in plans for the future. Take twirlies instead of fuzzy dice. Camel recover the freeze. And rotate 1. It's going to be out of range even of the straight shot. Yeah, I agree. Here's where Cam starts spamming Power Spike because it really allows him to range control easy. 2 turn. Gonna get a Ox card. Glitch Feed or Goo Patch. Still pretty easy or early for... It's going to rotate 1. That is going to take a daze on that card. Catherine. Ooh, Pro Missiles or Goo Patch, and no contest really. It's going to be Pro Missiles. I think Cam should be able to line up thing. This is Elena's Power Spike. 2 dice proficient, so 4 ups. That's 2 damage. Nothing. For 1. So Andy to 10. Oh, God. Tuesdays, 8 is dazed, 9 is dazed, 5 is dazed, and 6 is dazed. So Andy's got so many of his cards. Not playing recover. Refusing. So Cam pulls Goo Patch. Gonna let him heal for 1. So it's 14-10. All right, 3 dice with Rend. Got one. Cam will take off the Pro Missiles. No shot. Should be able to just barrel roll 1 and... Well, I mean, Ren's usually not that big of a deal, but specifically against a gearhead, it's useful. Oh, the barrel roll. I forgot that he had glitch feed. He's going to 1 roll, and yeah, that is 100% a shot. So this is on the glitch feed card that's a shot. Oh, it's a miss. Ugh. He does get another 3 dice shot. And nothing. 6 dice, no hits. This might not be Andy's game. I just don't like mechanics that do nothing 90% of the time and completely bone you 10% of the time. I mean, okay, but there's also no defense against gearheads just abusing their auxiliary cards without it. Spending the 3 charges is a burst 3. 2 damage on the straight shot is proficient. And this will be a straight shot, 2 dice. Attack 4 up. No. Cam is certainly in control. Doubling up. I think Cam took that card specifically because it has Rend. Because he knows that, like, Elena and Van Vertigo are the 2, like, OP pilots right now. So I think he planned for that. Andy's going to recover 3. Here, let's see what he's going to take. He'll take his 8 back. And the 6. So the 259 still dazed. Andy's got a long way to go here to get back into this one. Else we could end up with a game 3 situation. Me, red is like if Plasma Torps were run red dice but remove 3 shields on hit. Like, not good, except randomly exceptional. Subpersonal is like stemming from tough and anti-tough. In War Machine. I don't know anything about War Machine, but I can assume those just like go against each other. But like, isn't that kind of the same though? Like plasma torpedoes, you bring plasma torpedoes, and then the other person doesn't have any shields. And you're like, well. Andy recovering 3, just trying to get all his cards back. Gonna get the 6. The 5, I'm gonna knock 1 off of the 9. I care about plasmas. Angel Glide will try for a shot. Got him. 2 dice here. He put some damage through. No. Snake Eyes. You've rolled 27 attack dice. I'm not making that up. Four and the 8. Here comes Cam. 2 dice. With Rend. Doesn't get it. That was a 5-up shot. One roll. I'm a real boy. All the ox tables are up. Shut up, Barat! My viewers are not cheap. You're cheap. The 8 versus the 1. And gonna take the freeze ray. Freeze ray can get you back in the game. You can pull it off. Rotates 3 to get another item. I think he's probably looking for View Patch. If he can help it. And he got him. So gains 1 health and gonna get D3 recover. Gets 1 recover. And can get the 9 back. Right. 2 dice pierce. Pierce adds 1 damage if you do 1. So if you do 2, it adds 1 for 3. If you do 1, it adds 1 for 2. That's 3. $14-5. This game not going Andy's way. Gotta assume Andy's playing the 9 here. Cards on the table. Ooh, the 4 versus the 8. Ooh, the 2 shot. No joy. Doesn't get the rend. You were called a cheap viewer. Just the 2 roll left. That's all we can do. Seven and the 4 again. Proficient Three dice. Nothing. The old 1, 2, 3. Oh, he's going to play aerial twirlies. Takes a burn to do it, but he's going to get some shots here. Going to 2-roll. And the freezer burn is on. Every hit here is a damage, 2 a frozen, and 2 burn. Let's see it happen. Good lucky 1, looking for a 5 or 6. Got him. So that's 1 damage, 1 freezer, 2 burn. Hits. 2 damage, 4 burn, 2 frozen. 3 damage, 6 burn, 3 frozen. And then you'll have to roll for his burn, never punished. Got the combo off. Now this could be a huge play here. Can he capitalize off all this burn? Even the game up a little bit. Cam's been in control this entire time. At one point, it was 14-5. And by one point, I mean literally 45 seconds ago. There's the 1 versus the 5. So with the 1, the frozen takes it to 0, so the frozen will clear. 3 dice. With ran nothing. Miz, what's up? Done a 2-turn. Gets the thing. Pro missiles or glitch feed. I assume he's going to take pro missiles. Yeah, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Gonna run rotate for another item. Fuzzy dice or angel glide. That's tough because you really need to do damage, so fuzzy dice would help that. But angel glide probably more useful overall. It's tough to say which one to choose here. Looks like it's going to be angel glide. It's always been you, angel glide. And we'll have to roll 1 for your burn. Ooh, close, but not it. Cam is not going to clear any of his burn. He's going to get the 8 and the 9. So what Cam's thinking is that with 6 dice, you're supposed to take 2 burn. Here we go. This could be a complete game changer. And it won't be. That is a huge best case scenario. Takes 1 damage. All the burn clears. 1 out of 6. That everything coming up Cam here. 10-5. I mean, that roll right there was a game changer. That's exactly it, Sev. It's actually worse than 0. It like 0 means he would have to do it again next turn. 1 means takes the 1 damage and all of it goes away. Sev is absolutely correct. It was the worst case scenario for Andy there. All right, we'll get an item. It is going to be or aerial twirlies. We'll get twirlies. Shot. There's the 2-turn. Get an item. Oh, it's pro missiles. Right in the nick of time. He does have rend, so he might be want the rend, but he's not gonna. He's gonna take the extra die. Oh yeah, the burn roll we forgot. No, never punished. All right, so 4 ups is the hits. Nothing. 1 roll. Pro missiles 1 more time. For 1, Andy down to 4. I'm gonna check the status. So 7, 5, 8, 2, and 6, and the 7. Okay. 6 needs to be dazed here, and the 7 needs to be dazed. This has got to be the 9. And it is. All right, pro missile shot here. Literally gets any turret. Or 1. He really needs a huge swing. I'd be surprised if he doesn't use Angel Glide here. And this card allows turret any. So we'll get a pro missile out the side turret. 2 more damage. It's better than 1. I mean, it's 7 to 4. It's not the worst. Now it's 7 to 3. The burn finally does a damage. I have it as 3 to 7 right now. Atreides, when I had My bariatric surgery, which you see really worked out so good for me. For like literally like a month beforehand, I was on nothing but like broth and like protein drink stuff. Wasn't great. The 1 versus the 3. Oh, he's getting power spiked. This will probably end up being game here. Did the surgery work? Kinda. I mean, a lot of it's my fault, right? Like, I'll explain it in a second. All right, power spiking. Spending 1 for 2. And that is 2 damage. And there it is. 1-1, we go to a game 3. So the effects of the bariatric surgery, like, you're not supposed to feel kind of hunger in the same way. That didn't really work. Like, that kind of effect never kicked in. What did kick in is that, it's so hard to explain. You can't eat, you have a smaller stomach, right? So you can't eat as much. And, like, the feeling of being full is really uncomfortable. So, like, you don't want to do it. That did work. So I lost a lot of weight, but then I got depressed, and then I gained some of the weight back. So that's where we're at right now. Game 3, winner of this one takes the crown. What? The 6 and the 5? I've never. Now we're going to see the 2 and the 5. Not even going to put them on screen. I'll tell you the worst for me, Atreides, was when I had a pancreatitis attack. That was so painful. Like, literally, you know how, like, when you go to the hospital, they're like, what's your level of pain? Like, 1 through 10? I was like, I don't want to be... I literally told the nurse, I don't want to be dramatic, but this is the most pain I've ever been in my life. And she was like, okay. And they actually gave me Dilaudid, which is like heroin. I mean, it's like medical heroin. And that actually did a really good job of taking the pain away. But I was in the hospital for 7 days, and I wasn't allowed to eat or drink anything. I could not have water. Like, it was the worst. And you want to know the worst part about all that? I was like, just as kind of a joke. I was like, well, at least when I come out of here, I'm going to have lost like a good deal of weight, right? But no. Apparently being on an IV drip the whole time, you just gain a fuck ton of weight. I gained like 15 pounds in that 7 days where I didn't eat or drink a single thing. And now eventually that weight like came off because it's essentially just like water weight. Organs don't weigh much, trust me. I've tried. Ooh, I do like a Bezos book. Thanks, Tuba. I've had my gallbladder out and part of my stomach out. Actually, the gallbladder coming out was in relation to the pancreatitis attack I just talked about. They were like, it's probably gallstones that caused it, so they'll take it out. And like apparently like the gallbladder like processes like fats, and like the liver takes over for it when it's gone, which is kind of weird, right? But it does. And it didn't. Honestly, in my gallbladder surgery, easiest surgery I've ever had in my life. Woke up, woke up from it. Within like 30 minutes of that surgery, my dad and I went to Niagara Falls. Like I felt I didn't feel any pain. It felt like nothing was wrong. When I had the bariatric surgery, I planned to like make a joke, like coming out of the thing, being like, "Am I awake? Or am I thin yet?" And all I could be was like, "Oh, this hurts." All right, the eights. Cam's going to choose to go first, and that's going to get Cam out of trouble. There's 1, 2 dice. And the Rend will take off the freezer array. Does the 4 Immelman? He has a nitro token, so let's see if we can put something together here. The answer is no. He's going to skip the shot. Yeah. I like So there's a well now urgent care facility near me that I go to, and like I just kind of establish it to be like, listen, I'm here because I have bronchitis. I get this a lot. I know how it feels. I just need the meds. And like the doctors like over time has like come to trust me on that. Like I have this thing sometime where like there's a muscle in the ear and it flaps, and what it feels like is like my ear's on the verge of popping but will never like pop. And so like I've been to the ENT enough where they're like, okay, so you know what's happening, we know what's happening, I know what we need to do to fix it. It's this like steroid pack thing. And I swear to God, I love these little fucking steroid packs they give you sometimes. Like it's always for unrelated stuff, but my knees never feel better than when these are the 9. Gonna get shoot 4 here for Cam. With proficient, so 2. Odds of community points being used for season 6. I don't know enough to put odds on it because I don't know how fast they're gonna act. If they're available, sure. If they're not available, you know, what can I do? 1 damage on the pro missile shot there. So it really just depends on how fast they get going here. Hopefully it's going to be pretty fast. He's off by a lot. It's going to be another pro missile shot. Real OP is still going on. Yeah, I don't think that matters all that much. This meta is pretty settled, so I feel like everyone can kind of like come back to that whenever they need to. But again, that's just my view. I don't know what they're gonna do. But I think there's appetite for a point change. 2 more damage. 12-12, but now Andy's got to roll for points off the boards. Four dice for going off the board. Nothing. What a maneuver. The 1 versus the 4. One damage. Try to barrel roll. Think about where barrel roll. I assume it's just to get back on the board. One barrel roll left. Okay, we'll see if there's another shot. Absolutely. 3 dice. And another damage. Okay, I'm going to 1 turn and 2 roll towards the ox. So my personal opinion is that points would be super welcome. And if you're playing a GT or something, just take a week beforehand and refresh on current AMG points. We've had this meta for what feels like 15 years. Like, just come back to your arcs, have fun. Like, it's fine. But for the rest of the people, I feel like some kind of shakeup is in order. And also just to prove we're competent and can do something. We should get something out there. In my opinion. Yeah, B-Wings and other rebels, all that shit, you know. We get it. We know what this meta is. We know what this like it's solved, right? Like it's no one's discovering anything new in what's happening right now. So like you can Goo patch. Okay, I'm gonna go up a point. We'll get the recover. Goo patch out of the game for Cam. And an item coming. So the 6, 8, 9 days gets the freeze ray from his Ox deck. But I also think that like first points update is probably going to take longer than subsequent ones. Why they just roll? So at the end of every turn, after you've done combat damage, you roll for Ox boxes, which are the things with the A's on them, auxiliary boxes. There's 4 spots they can pop up. Cam's gonna try to rend this off. Got him. So freeze ray gets rended off. And see, I think that's why it's intentional, right? Like he's intentionally playing these rend cards to stop the nasty combo of freezer burn. Three dice. I mean, still pretty good attack here. For 1. Gonna use glitch feed. Got him. Yeah, does got him. So he's gonna get 2 3 dice attacks here. Nothing. Ah. And there's 2. Came down to 8. This is a close one. 11 to 8. No roll for the exhaust or the auxiliary now. And the 3 will pop up. So a 3, 4, 5, or 6 will pop one up. If it's already up, it can't, like, it doesn't go down or anything. It just stays up. So it'll be up till it's claimed. If you run over them or your fighter marker or your like maneuver template goes through it, you get to pick up an Ox thing. And Andy is a gearhead, so the greens are designed to really utilize the Oxes more than the other colors. The 1 versus the 9. This is going to be a 4 dice. Proficient a shot. Oof. That's a game-changing roll. And he will recover his 6 and his 8. He's going to rotate 2. I'm surprised he didn't go for the Ox there. all the Ox are on the board. The only days... Oh, Cam has 2 days cards. Okay, when did that happen? So the 8 and the 9. 5v the 6. And we'll get an Ox here, and that is Twirlies. Which gives the second turn, gives another one. Which gets Glitch Feed. That's super good for Cam. Rotate, so I'm gonna let pick up item here. That item's gonna be Goo Patch. God. Again, this is a really tough choice. And Andy's gonna go ahead and use the Goo Patch, so Andy reclaims the lead. Gets the 3 recover. Andy will get all of his cards back. Except for the card he just played. So 9-8, Andy. This is game 3 of the series. After this will be a 3-1-2 league game for X-Wing. Oof. You just gonna let him call you Greg like that? I kind of miss Gerd too. And he's gonna get 2 items here. Probably gonna be Pro Missiles. Yes, sir. And the second one. Ooh, the Freeze Ray or Fuzzy Dice? He's gonna go with Fuzzy Dice. You know what? He doesn't. He doesn't visit anymore, and that is really mean of him, I think, for being real. There you go, woman. Another Ox card here. Twirlies versus Angel Glide. I think I like Angel Glide. And so does Andy. Ooh. Both kind of resetting here. They're all straights. They're all just different length straights. The way you do like a turn is you rotate one straight, rotate one again in the same direction. So it's all done with straight templates. And he's going to recover his cards. All right, Cam's going to two-turn. Never mind, he's going to one-turn. And he's going to go for the glitch feed. 3, is it in range? Yes. 3 dice proficient. 1. Two dice piercing. No. Eight to 8. We need a hero. Yeah, that's definitely something that's gonna happen. It's an ox and ooh, gets an angel glide. Still 8-8. Because they haven't shot each other in a few turns. Who's the hero? Who's the villain? They're both villains. What? Power spike? I never. We're gonna glitch feed for 3, see if we get the straight shot. Oh, absolutely. 3 dice. Oh, 2 damage. Okay, is he gonna try to fuzzy dice for a 3rd? So that's 2 damage and 2 burn. Pro missile charge here. Oh, it's bad. Is it gonna fuzzy dice? It's gonna use fuzzy dice to reroll 2. It gets the 2 damage and 2 more burn. Camera covers 2 burn. And we're gonna get the Angel Glide. And yeah, I think Cam's gonna be able to line up the spike. Got him. 2 dice proficient on each of these shots. Nothing. Spends another charge for 2 dice proficient. Nothing. Spending another die for 2 dice proficient. Got him. 6 to 4. Cam will now roll 2 burn. One damage. 6 to 3, Andy. Seven versus the 9. Any turret, pro missile, any combination of 4, 5, 6 would do. Got 1. Cam to 2. And he's gonna make the straight an Angel Glide. Not gonna collect the template. Not gonna collect it, so that's fine. All right, Cam. 1 turn. And we'll 2 roll, but that comes after the shots, so no joy there for Cam. Six to 2. Andy looking for the victory. And again, there's going to be new pilots, new battle cards on Game Found coming next week. All right, 5 to 2. Andy debating the rotate. I don't think he's going to get a shot no matter what he does. He's hoping for freeze ray. And he got it. Let's catch up. So the 8956. 8956. 9789. So 789, 8956 for Andy. Both are missing their high impact cards. But can Andy 7 get him a shot? If it can, you can play it. You're guaranteed the shot. And there it is. He's going to go 1 forward, 2 rotate. Freeze ray just needs to put in 2 damage. 3 chances. There's 1. Second shot. There's 2. And that's it. Andy is going to be your victor, taking game 3 for the 2-1 victory over Cam. And that is it. Congratulations to the winner of our Aerodome weekly tournament, Andy Deathwish Myers, with the win. This is Aerodome. We will be back in a few with some X-Wing coming up. Stick around. This is Nickel City X-Wing.